Yo, what's going on, guys? This is Crackcore for a Friday night. I'm laid up because I've got a really, really bad back, so you have to excuse the laid back posture here. But I mean, I've not been online for a while because I've just been trying to soak up an awful lot of information, and here we go. I mean, a lot of stuff's been happening just lately. I mean, we've got the UFO disclosure. I mean, incredible. I mean, don't get me wrong. It came out last year, didn't it? 2020. The CIA were starting to release videos and stuff, and the mainstream media was starting to report on all of this. And I don't know. At this point, last year, I was thinking to myself, isn't this strange? Isn't this really fucking strange that these people are starting to release this stuff during a fucking global pandemic? I mean, while everybody else is looking the other way, they're saying, you know, let's release information about UFOs, guys. I mean, I've personally had experiences. I'm coming out right now. I've personally had fucking experiences and witnessed, you know, extraterrestrial life since a young child, since being a fucking young kid. Like, I mean, fucking hell, what, the age of 7 years old, maybe? I can remember my first ever experience with these kind of things. Now, I mean, people like myself have always known that these things exist. And I suppose deep down, we've been hoping for some sort of official acceptance, or I suppose official admittance of this, because over the years people like myself have been ridiculed. But let's not get it twisted, guys. Let's not fucking get it twisted here, because you've got to start looking at who is giving this um, disclosure, if that's what you want to call it, because I mean, I suppose all our lives we've been looking at this situation, haven't we? We've been like, oh yeah, yeah, we want some official recognition about, the stuff that's been going on. I suppose that comes down to I suppose we're just sick of being ridiculed. So if it comes out as being, in the public eye, yeah, this is going on. Well, then people like myself, and if you're in the same situation, people like yourself, we're not going to get ridiculed anymore. So people kind of jump on the bandwagon and they're happy to see it. They're kind of like, yeah. Let's all fucking jump on this and, follow the narrative. But I think it's dangerous because you've got, like I've said, you've got to look at who is releasing this information. Now, the CIA, man, I mean, come on. Like, these people were fucking employed. This organization was created for espionage and subterfuge. This organization was created to lie to the people, to basically mold society in a way that they deem fit. These people are the most coerced and corrupt individuals on the fucking planet. Well, maybe not the worst or the most, but they are up there. You know what I mean? They are up there with very, very corrupt and coercive, organizations. Now, when you fucking realize that the mainstream media that have been ridiculing this stuff, you go back, say, 10 years, 5 years even, and look at news reports on things such as extraterrestrials and people phoning in and talking about their experiences. These fucking news reporters, these people that are doing the calls, man, they fucking ridicule it and they basically try and make a fucking joke out of it. But now all of a sudden, in the present day, they're changing it and they're saying, I mean, when you have to, when you realise you've got to accept that these people on the news, they are there. Their main fucking job is to mould society and to massage your brain fibres, in order to kind of get you to think a certain way. So if they're now fucking telling you that it's okay to think about UFOs and stuff, you've got to start saying, well, why? What is it they're actually saying? Well, I mean, let's just ask the question. What is it they're actually saying? Well, they're coming out and they're saying, okay, extraterrestrials and UFOs and stuff, they're all real, but there's a threat. Now, really, is there a fucking threat? Because if people like myself, I'm 30 fucking, I'm nearly fucking 40, right? I'm 30 some odd years old now. And I've experienced this stuff since I was fucking, like I said, like from what I can remember, from about the age of 7. It may have happened before then, but you don't start remembering shit until you're about fucking 7 years old now, do you? That's just a fucking fact. So, from a very young age, I've experienced things in the ways of extraterrestrial fucking existence and stuff. They've not hurt me. I mean, don't get me wrong, I've had negative experiences. Um, we're still here, aren't we? You know, I'm still here. I'm making this video right now. I'm still here. If these people wanted to kill us, because make no mistake, they're people just like us. They're just from a different fucking planet. I think to call them aliens is a little bit fucking disrespectful, to be fair. I think just, you know, they're other people just like us. So, these people, if they wanted to fucking kill us, man, we'd be dead by now. You've got to look through society. Look back through fucking history. How many ancient, when I say ancient, I mean ancient, you know, thousands upon thousands of years old, these civilizations have spoken. You got to read ancient texts. These civilizations have fucking spoken about being visited and having fucking communications and relationships with people from the stars. You know, star people. What are they talking about? Well, they're talking about extraterrestrials. They're talking about ET. Now, if it's been going on for such fucking a long period of time, if they were all that bad, do you think, if they wanted to kill you, do you not think you'd be dead already? But now all of a sudden, guess what? The CIA and the fucking media are coming out with all of this fucking bollocks. You know, oh yeah, we're going to disclose this stuff. You know, we're going to disclose it now and say, yeah, this is happening, but guess what? They're all a fucking threat. They're all evil and bad. Well, I remember about 4 years ago, I read a report on how this disclosure was going to happen. And I thought, nah, we're going to get full disclosure. They're going to drop it on us like a fucking bomb, and it's all going to be sweet. And we're just going to get everything. And, you know, people that can accept it will accept it, and people that can't won't. But you know what? That's up to them, and that's up to us. As a human race, we need to be allowed the privilege of the information, you know, come what may, basically. But I heard that that's not what, you know, that wasn't going to be the case, and I thought, nah, fuck that. That's not what I wanted. But it seems as though that's what's happening. This person basically said that the disclosure was going to be one of a military basis. But because through the military, you're able to disclose the need for certain technologies, and you're able to then disclose the requirement for the secrecy surrounding developing these technologies behind closed doors. You know, so basically you can try and give yourself the upper hand should something happen in the ways of there being a threat. Now, that's what they're coming out with now. If you've looked at any of this information, they're always saying now, oh yeah, there's extraterrestrials, but they're a fucking threat. That's what they're saying, which means it's going to allow them to now come out and say, yes, but now we've got this technology. It's only for military purposes, though, because the military gets the best of everything. And if it's for defence, well, okay, fair enough then. The public don't need it, do they? So if there's free energy and renewable energy sources and all this kind of stuff, well, the military's got it, and that's okay. You know, us, you know, Joe Public, we'll just get the fucking, the dregs, as usual. So anyway, this is the way that the disclosure was going to happen, apparently. And it's starting to come true. And the person who I heard this little bit of disclosure from, this little bit of a narrative from, they've been discredited massively over the years. And I think to myself right now, well, there's probably a reason why they've been discredited then, because as the dog coughs in the background there, there's obviously a reason why this person's been discredited then, because perhaps they were fucking actually on the point, you know, they were on the fucking ball, you know. So anyway, you've got this need for military, development of these certain technologies. What else? I mean, if they can make us feel as though there is a threat out there, well, they can then put us on high alert and take away more rights. Now, what's been going on over the last 2 fucking years? I mean, we're in the back end of November here, in 2021. Our rights have been decimated, and all of a sudden, all of this stuff's being brought out. During all of this, you got to ask yourself, this kind of thing, it would serve to take away more of our rights. Because let's look at the history of all of this. Let's look at the fucking history. Some American president back in the day, I can't remember who it was, basically said how quickly the world would unite under a threat from an outside force, i.e., alluding to the fact that, an outside force being that of an extraterrestrial force. Now, they were talking about the New World Order, man. I mean, all of these people, all of these fucking US presidents and stuff have been on the fucking ball with regards to the New World Order. Now, they've all fucking signed on to it. They've all basically fucking been privy to it. And I dare say they've all accepted it and pushed society towards it with all of their decisions and stuff. And when you look at things now and you go, well, okay then, we're moving towards a New World Order right now, aren't we? We're moving towards this global fucking government that is constricting like a fucking snake around society and crushing everybody out of their own fucking personal sovereignty and pushing us towards this need for a unifying fucking, a reason to be unified over something. Because let's not fucking forget, by design, all of these fucking individuals, these same people, these governments, have been separating and dividing people on a massive scale these last 2 years. You've got to look at all the different things. I'm not going to mention them, but all the different things that have fucking divided people over the last 2 years. That is by fucking design. So people are now crying out for unity. People like myself, I've been there on my videos on YouTube. If you've seen any of my videos, you've seen that I've been crying out for unity. But we're all playing into a fucking playbook. We're all just being fucking pawns at this point. And I realise that now. You know what? I'm not saying that we don't need unity. Because I'm not saying that a one world government wouldn't be a fucking good thing. I'm not saying that a new world order wouldn't be a good thing. But you've got to say the right people need to be in charge. And these people who are manipulating society in such a way and causing so much fucking heartache and fucking badness along the way, you've got to say that since these people are proven liars and proven fucking horrible, degenerate individuals, are they really the right people that you want to have in charge of the world? Since they are pushing this narrative towards one of, threat and destruction and panic. You got to look at all the stuff that's happened over the last 2 years. All of that has been about threat, destruction and panic, which has taken away your rights, which means this whole new narrative of the extraterrestrial threat is about fucking taking away more and more rights. So a one world government would be a good thing if it actually preserved the rights of the people. But you see, what these people are trying to do is they're trying to bring about a one world centralized fucking government and financial system. So that means that they can have the complete control over the world. And you see, that's not good, because that means that comes with absolutely zero freedom. And that's the truth. I mean, you've got to look at it. You've got to look at it fucking with your eyes open and say, that's what's been happening and that's what will happen from this. Especially when you look at the same people that have been guiding us towards this, and the same people that have been involved in all of the stuff that has led us here are the very, very same people that are guiding us through this new extraterrestrial disclosure, and which is therefore going to be bringing about the need for a heavier amount of threat and fucking panic in society, which will therefore bring about the need for, for your own safety, of course, and for your own fucking, comfort and security, the taking away of more and more of your freedoms. It's a very, very scary time. This is a very, very short video. I want to say love and peace to all things everywhere. This is Crackcourse signing off. Thank you for staying tuned in, and thank you for remaining subscribed to the channel. I'm going to wish love and peace to all things everywhere. Peace.